if you feel any sense of, we talked about guilt, I wouldn't suggest it's guilt, but responsibility for your role as a minister of the established church and all that goes with that, and the dogma and that kind of stuff that perhaps you're not perpetuating but is going on around you, you're now part of that. And how do you reconcile that? Because the things you're talking about are so deep that I can't see that they're going to come across to the majority of your congregation.
I think I probably believe in the parable of the sower, and that is that if you throw the seeds around enough, some of them will come up.
But would you not be better to be doing it from a humanist point of view? Or it's almost you're wearing the cloak of the established church. So maybe that is giving you a stronger voice, but you're also supporting that.
It is a problem. I think probably if they hadn't tried to get me out as often as they had, I might have more of a conscience.
Right, good. I like that.
I feel a great responsibility to make sure I stay in.
Yeah, okay. Yes, if they hadn't told you to go, you'd have walked of your own accord.
The scientist or mathematician that comes in, he says it quite simply, and that is you've got a mixture of seed or something like that, and 1/10 of those seeds is rotten. One of the good seeds says, I'm not staying in here with all these rotten seeds, I'm going to get out of here. That makes it slightly more rotten, and if all of them leave, it leaves the bag of seeds, rotten seeds only.
Yes, I'm with you.
But then they always get seeds rotten.
So the more those of us who actually are very, very critical of the Church of England stay in, the better.
And that brings me on to that sea of faith thing. That I don't know what that is, but several people have mentioned it. So is that the not so rotten seeds staying in, or what's
But is it hypocrisy instead then? I can't go to the church and believe in every word of the creed, for instance. Now, presumably you are expected to, aren't you, if you minister the Church of England?
I don't know whether I'm expected to, but I certainly don't.
Yes, I was going to ask you about the creed.
How can you reconcile with your congregation? Many others in the congregation surely think, well, this is what the vicar says, and this is what the book says, this is what the Dogma says, and we must believe in it. And then you are saying, no, you don't have to believe in it. Well, I agree. You don't want to be a Church of England.
No.
But if you're a Church of England, they expect you, I would have thought.
I do still believe in the Church of England in a strange sort of way, and I think it's important that the Church of England should not be promulgating the narrow, dogmatic type of religion that it doesn't.
So the Chinese sage did say once, he said, to disagree with someone is to call them a liar. And that's where it starts. It starts with stopping disagreeing, stop doing it, and start more kindness, compassion. Start there.
Oh, I see. Oh, I thought you were saying round the other way. No, I think it would be quite wrong to stop disagreeing. I think we ought to be disagreeing like mad.
It's how you disagree.
Yeah.
To me, that's dogma.
Kindly.
That's dogma to me. That's dogma.
Disagreeing
Yes,
is dogma.
it's dogma.
Oh, right.
But that's what we're doing here, isn't it? We're not all kind of singing from the same hymn sheet, to coin a phrase. You know, we've got different...
You don't have to disagree. You don't have to do it.
Isn't that what's interesting about human interaction?
We can actually agree. We can
I tell you,
agree.
well, okay. Yeah, but
even if we disagree, we can actually agree and see what happens.
yeah.
That's what it's saying. To disagree with someone is to call them a liar.
Yeah.
No.
It's correct.
No.
You're actually now calling me a liar.
No.
You're a liar, you're a liar.
You're calling me a liar.
Oh, no, that's right. I disagree with you, but I don't think you're a liar.
You are actually calling me a liar. That's how I'm taking it. You're not listening. See how dogma works? This is how dogma works.
Interfaith.
Oh, that's dogma, but that's not just
This is how it
disagreeing. That's saying that you should behave in this way. Otherwise, we throw you out of the church, or we impose certain penalties upon you.
I think it's going to take a little bit of sitting and contemplation over that, because you'll find there's a lot of truth in it. To disagree with someone is to call them a liar.
No, I don't.
Let me pick up where I think you're at. You can tell me off.
It's not allowed in our culture. This is the thing. This is not allowed in our culture. This is a cultural thing going on here.
It is allowed.
We have freedom of speech in our culture. It's at the top of the thing. Freedom of speech. It's that thing, we can never question it.
Very suspect, though, isn't
It's
it?
very, we cannot question
Oh, we
that
do question it. You
at
put
all.
limitations on freedom of speech.
Yes, that's right, we can never question it. We can always question it. That's the problem. Everything's dogma, we argue all the time.
I just,
If you're talking
Go on.
about economics and politics at the moment, yes, I'm afraid we are.
That's the problem, that's the
But,
lack of compassion. No one agrees with anyone. We're all arguing.
The dogma is that human beings are here in order to get richer and richer, and that it doesn't matter about anybody else. That money is not a human creation, but some sort of a god. That market forces are things which control our economic progress across the world, and you can't argue with market forces because they can solve everything and they're right, and you can't mess with them. Now, all of those are dogmas, and I think all of them quite amazingly and fantastically and quite idiotically wrong.